very interested weekend, but I want to welcome you guys to another Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward, and I'm the founder of the I'm Loving Me Project. And this is where we come and we have our space for 30 minutes. We try to keep it to 30 minutes where we get to start our day off right, where we're able to, just get that positivity that we need in order for us to walk into another day where we're just having a great time. Hey, Kimberly. And it was so much going on this weekend. I don't know about you guys, but I went and celebrated with my friend for her birthday. We had a great time. We got a new president. We got our first female woman of color vice president. I mean, we had some protesters. I mean, it was so much stuff going on. But in the midst of that, I really hope that you guys were able to really just digest everything that just happened over the weekend. Because, you know, as far as the election is concerned, what you want to realize is that that was you exercising your vote, whichever way that you voted, and you actually saw the power of your voice, right? You actually saw the power of your voice and you saw the power of what it feels like when people come together for a common cause, right? That cause could be something that you believe in or not. It doesn't matter. But the whole thing is when people get together and they come for a common cause, shifts and moves happen. But one of the things that I want to tell you guys that you should recognize is the power of the woman. Did you see how many women stepped up to come out and vote? And the women who exercised their voice, and the black women, the women of color who moved this election forward. If it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you as a woman, we probably wouldn't be in the situation that we're in now. That's why I tell you guys, when a woman steps up, and you gotta hear me, when a woman steps up and exercises her power, you change nations. It's a true statement. It is a true statement. When you stand up and you know who you are and you are ready to make change, you change nations. And Saturday was an example of that, right? And everything that's been happening is an example of that. Why? Because there is nothing like there is nothing like a woman who knows and recognizes herself and her power. There is nothing like a woman who finally understands that when she uses her voice for good and when she knows who she is, people will sit back and listen, right? Because we dominate this whole thing anyway. The men are the muscle and we are the brains. We have to get that. And in this new day, what you have to recognize for yourself, that if you want to be able to take advantage of this opportunity, I want you to get right with yourself, figure out what it is that you want to do, and go for it. Go for it. Because time and time again, you are seeing in your life that even though things are not easy and you won't get microwave results, you can change something. You can get your voice heard. You can step out there and do something for yourself that you didn't even imagine that you can do, right? But it's possible. And that's all you need. All you need to know that it is possible. And when you hang on to the fact that it is possible, things start to move and shifts start to take place. I'm telling you guys. As much as we talk about loving ourselves and making sure that we get our mind right and making sure that we focus this weekend, if you did not see the power of what a woman can do, then I don't know what to tell you, right? I don't know what to tell you, but that is you. That is you seeing in reality out there how powerful you are, how powerful you are, and what your voice really means, right? So I was excited and I was just so empowered and I felt empowered because I know that even though 2020 was the way it is, everything happens for a reason, right? Everything happens for a reason. And even though 2020 started off all crazy and we had a pandemic and we had all of that, we had time to sit back and figure out who we were. We had time to really see the things that we want, what we like, what we don't like. We had time to spend with our family. We had time to figure out what is important to us, right? And now that the world has just shifted, where are you going to fall in that shift? Where are you going to fall? We already know what the government going to do, and hopefully they stick to what they say they're going to do, right? We already know how the world has changed, where the voices of the people and the young people and everything has changed the face of the way we do things. But what are you going to do now that there is a room and opportunity for you to grow personally? What are you going to do? How are you going to step out there? How are you going to use your voice to change someone else's life or your own? Right? What are we waiting for? For that special day to come? We saw throughout this whole year that people have died, people have gotten sick, people have prospered. There was a lot of prosperity. But what have you done for yourself? If you've been working on yourself, it is a new day for you. How are you going to use that to continue to grow? Right? I'll tell y'all something. So I'm out this. Okay, so Friday, was it Friday? Yeah, Friday. They shared the pictures on Facebook. Me and my friends, we haven't seen each other in like months, right? Because everybody's working. And with the pandemic, you really can't do much. So we decided to go out to eat. Atlanta's open, right? Like we could do whatever we want. And so we go to the little Mexican restaurant, we go eat. So because we haven't seen each other in so long, we get so hyped up and we was like, man, we just want to go somewhere, and see if we can, dance or something. So there was a little lounge right down the street. So we go there, we sit and we have a drink or two. And it's like, it's early, because we're not trying to be around when it gets so packed. We still scary, right? So it's early. So it's not that many people in there. And they open up the downstairs where they have like the little hip hop music. Man, we get down there and we just start dancing and reminiscing and doing all this stuff. Can I tell y'all, the next day, a sister had to sit down and recover because I haven't moved my body in so long. I haven't moved my body in so long that my legs were hurting, my back was hurting. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Why is it taking so long for me to recover? Right? And then I realized that I haven't been moving my body like that. And so I was so excited to do it when I was around them, right? When I was around them. The next day, icy hot on deck. Okay. Icy hot on deck, and was just trying to muster up that whole feeling just to get out and finish. Because remember, I told you guys I'm getting new furniture. I gotta go buy all this stuff, right? And so I was just saying to myself, and I thought about it before the election results came out. I was just saying to myself, you know what? This is going to be a new day, not only for the I'm Loving Me project, but for women all around the world. Think about it. Look at all the women who are being elected to Congress. Look at all the women doing some amazing things in business and AI and technology and in life. And look at all of the things that are going on where women are having such a big impact. And I want you to think about what we talked about maybe a year ago, depending on how long you've been with us, a year ago or a little bit more, where we said that it is going to come a time where the door is going to open. Remember, we always talk about seasons, right? And it's always a season of something, right? The season of spring is always going to come around. Even if you think it's fall outside, in your life goes through different seasons. And where you are in that season determines how much you grow. So right now, the world is coming out of its winter and it's springing into its fall, right? It's springing into its fall, right? I can't say spring yet because we don't know what's going to happen. But at the same time, we have to be able to prepare ourselves for what's to come, not based on them. We know that, right? But based on what's going on in our household and where we are with our life and where we stand, right? Look at the opportunities that are going to come down the pipe as a result of what's going on in the world and see how you could take advantage of those opportunities. Hey, April. Hey, Vanessa. Look at how you can start to really grow in your life. I told you guys, we're having a free workshop. I am very serious about this. Every Wednesday night, we're going to get together and we're going to use Ellie Curry's mindset journal so that we can really start to hone in on our thoughts and start to crush these ants that roll around in our head all day long. Now, those ants are those automatic negative thoughts that tell you you can't do it, and you too big, and this is not your life, and you're not like them. All those things that go on in here, we are going to learn how to combat those ants. Why? Because we got too much stuff to do at this point. You guys, we got too much stuff to do. If you are listening to this broadcast right now, I know you feel it. I know you feel like your life is more than what it is right now. And you looking and you seeing how the world has changed, you looking at the opportunities, and you're asking yourself, how in the world do I take advantage? How do I better myself and my life and all that stuff? If you're asking yourself those questions, you have to be able to learn how to control those automatic negative thoughts, those ants that run around in your head all day, right? You have to learn how, when you see an opportunity, how to jump on it and jump on it in the right way, right? You have to be able to know and understand who you are for real and what you like and what you don't like and what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate. You have to learn to make a decision to forgive which we're going to talk about in our next Empower Her Soul session. If you saw the newsletter this morning, that's going to be a huge one. You got to learn how to forgive. You have to learn what true love really is. You have to learn how to keep your peace. Right? And it's not easy. We know that. It takes a lot of work. But if you get into the rhythm of it and you get into the whole method of change, it will start to happen. It will start to happen, but you got to want it. You have to be able to say yes. And you have to be willing to fight the fight. We got a president up in there, y'all, who's in denial. This man ain't coming out. He said, I don't give a damn what y'all say. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to wait because I believe that I won, and I'm going to have protests, and I'm going to make sure I rally around the fact that I was wronged. If you want a good definition of denial, go to CNN.com and read the article. You can see the headline, right? All of you guys that is on this live today on Facebook and YouTube, it is your time. It is your time. It is your time to walk in to all of the things that you wanted in your life. It is your time to know and to understand that you are more than what you say you are. Where you see your life right now and how you see your life, it is way better than what you think. It is way better than what you think. You got so much power inside of you. You got so much love and grace that when you tap into it and you recognize it, everything around you will start to change for the better. When you give up and learn how to control those negative thoughts that go on in your head every day about what you can't do and what you can't have and you don't have enough, when you give that shit up and you understand and you recognize that life will always be challenging for you. Why? Because we're always growing. And you get comfortable with being uncomfortable, then your life will start to take off. Your life will start to take off and your life will start to change. He hurt you, yes. But what now? I'm tired of giving all of myself. Stop it. Nobody is never there for me. You have a place where you can come. I am tired of being lonely. They got plenty of dating websites if that's your thing. If not, get outside and look around. I'm too old. Those are your thoughts. I need to lose weight. Don't we all? I don't have enough money. Upgrade your skills. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? For every negative thing that you think, on the other side of that is the solution. On the other side of that is a solution. Let's look at that. Let's focus on that instead of what I don't have. I don't make enough money. I got to get me a better job. And by the time I go back to school and do all this, it's going to take too long. At this rate, honey, you don't have to go back to school. You can get certifications. You can get all of these things to certify yourself in whatever it is that you want, which is more valuable than a degree in these days and times, and upgrade your income. I can't get over the fact that he left me and here I am with these kids and I got to make sure I bust my ass every day to feed them and do all this stuff. Yes, when you have to start your life over, it's going to be very uncomfortable. But every day you tell yourself, the more that I push forward, the better it's going to be. The more that I see my life as something of value, the better it's going to be for me. It might not be easy right now, and that's okay. And it might be uncomfortable, and that's okay. But I'm still here. And even when I feel like I don't want to be here, and when I feel like the challenges get too deep for me, where I just want to give up, I know I can be vulnerable and I can say, I can't do this by myself. I can reach out for help. And if there's nobody around me when I look to my left and my right, then I know I got my creator that I can reach out to. I know I can sit with myself and I can say, you can get it together. You are stronger than this. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel shame. Just don't stay there. Just don't get stuck there. Those emotions are for you to express and then come back into yourself of who you really are. If it's going to be a new day for you, let it be that. Don't bring the old into the new, because that's back there. Right? As we move along, we almost ending the year. It's November. We're about to go into holiday time. I want you to know and to understand and feel that there's a shift happening. You're a part of it. And the only thing that will stop you from grabbing all of the things that you want in your life is you. You will be the only thing that will stop you. And I'm going to do my best to make sure that that doesn't happen, because I'm going to constantly remind you of who you are and how strong you are and what you can do. And I'm going to constantly hold you to a higher standard, even if you feel like you don't even belong there, because you do. Because you do. Even if you feel like you don't deserve it, you do. Because it is yours. And you were here and you were created to do something. And the problem is that you can't escape it because it's tapping on you every day. And the other problem is that you know it and you just might not know how. Or you know it and you are afraid to step out into it because you feel like you are alone. You're not. You're not. You know it and you think that you can't get it because of your current circumstances. That is not true. Remember, the only thing you're doing is you see in what is that thing in the Bible? The plank in your own eye, blah, whatever that is. So you can't see beyond your circumstances, right? If you need the help in changing your mindset, join us on Wednesday. Let me see if I could get the link right quick. I think I put it out there, but I want to put it out there again. If you need help, just come on. It's free. All you have to do is get the journal because it's yours, right? All you have to do is get the journal and go ahead and learn how to use it. So all you have to do is go ahead and register for the webinar. And the reason why we're doing this and we're gonna make it a series is because it takes a while. It takes a while. And there's a lot of bumps that come with it. Because you know what? When you change in some things, I'm trying to post it in here. When you change some things about your life and you start to get on a different path, it is very hard in the beginning to change because your thoughts are so jacked up where you're not going to hear the first time around. You're just not. I don't think you, I don't even think you believe that you won't be able to, like, oh, Gloria, I understand it. No, because the real work is when you leave and you have to keep practicing, right? So that's why from November the 11th to December 9th, we're going to keep practicing. We're going to get into a groove. And we're going to work in our workbooks and we're going to look at our thoughts and we're going to crush these ants. And as you go along, you're going to see what and how you think. And then we'll be able to take it a step further and say, you know what? This is the shit that's been holding me back because I really don't believe that I can do this. I want it, but I'm having a hard time believing. I need to clean that up. That's what this is about. And if you need help with forgiveness, our Empower Her Soul session, our next session with Keisha Smith, our coach Keisha Smith, is coming up. And if you need to forgive anybody in your life because you just feel like you need to, I'm serious, y'all. I'm serious. Please come. Please come because you're stopping yourself. You're stopping yourself from going to that next level. Point blank. And some people need to know how to forgive. Like, I just can't forgive my abuser. I can't forgive, my ex-husband or husband or whoever did me wrong. They should pay for what they did. You don't even know if they're paying or not, but you are holding on to it and you're paying for it and it's stopping your life, right? So we need to get rid of all of that, y'all, so we can go ahead and do what we want to do. We need to clean that up. We need to clean it up. We need to get raw, we need to get real, and we need to move forward. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm excited. It's a new day. And I hope you come and join us and be a part of everything that we're doing. And I hope you have an amazing day because I got to go. You know, I love y'all to death. You know that. See how they start calling me as soon as 8:01 starts. But it is a new day. I love you. I got to go. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.